Hey, Bill.
What?
It's hammer time.
Oh my god. Ah, fuck, Marvel's back.
Yeah. They never left.
I guess not.
I guess we're just starting. Welcome to the Out of Touch podcast. I'm Chris, that's Bill, and today we are going to talk about Thor, Love and Thunder, the latest Marvel movie and the infinite string of Marvel movies that will never end.
Marvel movies and TV shows now.
TV shows, yes. And 4D experiences.
Oh god, that's gonna be a thing soon, isn't it?
You didn't see that video?
I did see that video. Yeah, that's right. Captain America, Sam Wilson, and Captain Marvel, they've teamed up off screen apparently.
Yeah.
I mean, I doubt that's considered canon. It's just a little fun for the people in a Disney park or whatever.
Theme parks. But anyway, so, Bill, what did you think of Thor, Love and Thunder?
Mostly enjoyed it, I think.
Yeah, I mean, it's another Marvel movie. What can you possibly say? It was fun and enjoyable. They're well-made movies. Mostly.
Mostly well-made.
Yeah.
I mean, you get your weird spotty, probably not even green screen, but I think they mostly use the volume with this, but, you know, rushed post-production and backed up post-production. You know, you got your problems. But I can't believe there's 4 Thor movies. Out of all the Phase 1 Marvel characters, if you told me that the one character to have more movies than any of the others was going to be Thor, I would have laughed in your fucking face.
Yeah, you know, I'm one of those people that, like, I don't hate any of the Thor movies, but I know a lot of people, like, say Dark World is bad. And
you know, it's not even bad. It was just the weakest MCU movie before the Eternals came out.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say I probably even like Thor the Dark World more than, like, Incredible Hulk. But that movie just, like, feels so different in comparison to all the other MCU movies now.
It was the second one.
Yeah.
They were still figuring things out. Hell, they still had Edward Norton as the Hulk. It's
Indeed they
really
did.
different.
But, yeah, so this is the latest adventure of Thor after Endgame. He's teamed up with the Guardians of the Galaxy briefly in this movie.
I mean, it's been happening for a while, but we don't get to see those adventures.
No.
Make that Disney Plus series, damn it.
They will. It will be 6 episodes long, and it'll feel really great at the beginning and then incredibly unsatisfying by the end.
Yes.
Because that's how they do it.
Yes.
Anyway, so Bill, how do you want to start talking about this movie?
Well, I mean, you know, we got the main villain is Gore the God Butcher, played by Batman,
Yes.
who has forsaken all the gods of the universe because he's realized they're just a bunch of assholes who don't deserve to be worshipped, and he's like, I'm gonna kill them all because I got the hell was it called?
The Necro Sword.
Necro Sword, which can kill them
Yeah.
because it's made of venom parts.
Necroplasm.
No, it's made of venom.
I'm just thinking necroplasm and Spawn.
It's a symbiote sword.
Yeah.
But they can't say it.
They can't for legal reasons.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I guess, you know, like, the plot's out there. It's not too, you know, heavy. I guess, like, we'll just talk about the stuff we liked and the stuff we didn't like. Oddly enough, like, I thought it was weird that the gods have gold blood, but it was an excuse for them to, like, have, like, them use their weapons and show, like, them killing gods and they're, like, covered in blood. I was like, that's violent. Can they do that? It's like, it's fine. The blood's not red.
That's kind of how it is sometimes.
Yeah.
You can behead all the people you want, so long as they don't bleed.
Yeah, so pretty violent movie, but yeah, I don't know. I guess, like, the big thing in this movie is Jane Foster is now Thor.
Well, she's got the hammer at least.
Yeah.
They kind of, I don't understand the weird insistence that the Jane Foster Thor is the mighty Thor, even though that's just what the Thor comics were always called. Like, Thor was always just the mighty Thor.
Yeah.
Like, I know this, like how it's the Incredible Hulk, the Amazing Spider-Man, the Invincible Iron Man.
Yeah.
I somehow have all these Thor comics, and they're all the mighty Thor, and it's not Jane Foster, it's regular Thor. So I don't understand why they insist on that's her title for some reason. It's just like a weird nitpick I have. And
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just weird. Like, I don't get that.
I don't get it either. Like
It's-
Thor is his name, but then they're like, no, his name's Odin's son. It's just like,
Well, they didn't do that in this movie, but they did
Yeah.
it in the comics when Jane Foster got the hammer. But that was like the Mighty Thor moniker. That, as far as I know, that was just like a weird thing with the MCU, not like the comics. She was just, I'm Thor.
Yeah.
I'm Thor now, and he's just Odin's son because retcons and crap like that.
it's very weird. But I guess
But that nitpick aside, I have to give him 100% credit and full fucking spoilers. They fucking killed her.
yeah, they did the cancer storyline.
Pretty well done, honestly, for the most part.
Yeah.
I have to give credit. That took balls. They introduced this new powerful female hero, and then she fucking died.
Yeah. Of cancer. Like in real life.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's weird. Like, this movie's, like, mostly a comedy. It has serious moments, but to be fair, like, none of the serious moments really got, like, too serious for me.
No, not really.
Like, I think, like, one of the most, like, serious moments in, like, a mostly comedy MCU movie is probably, like, the beginning of Guardians of the Galaxy with, like, Star-Lord's mom dying of cancer.
Yeah, that was like, whoa, what?
It's like none of those serious moments quite got to that point.
No, I mean, the intro scenes where we find out Jane's got cancer and it's really, really bad and that's
Yeah.
not looking good.
Yeah, she's like, it's stage 4. I've got the other stages to go through, and then she's just like, there's only 4 stages, Jane.
She's just like, not that, as far as we know.
Yeah.
We get a quick cameo by Darcy and Selvig for the first time in a movie in a long time.
Also, because Jane is a physicist, she also is testing her own blood for some reason.
Yeah, because you're a scientist. That means you know everything about everything, right?
Yeah.
Come on.
That's a nitpick.
I mean, to be fair, that's a fair nitpick.
Yeah.
Because that's like, that's not her field. She would look at that blood and be like, yeah, those are blood cells, all right.
Yeah, I believe those are red blood cells.
And I think that one's a white blood cell. Ooh, shit, what the fuck is that? Oh, there's just a hair on here.
Oh, man. Yeah, it's just like, man, this blood looks very different. Oh, wait, ketchup. Yeah. I think it's funny that Thor thinks he's the leader of the Guardians of the Galaxy at the beginning of the movie.
There's so much of that, because, like, especially the way he was acting in, like, Endgame, I'm like, does he think that? Or is he just acting that way because he knows it annoys Star-Lord?
Yeah.
Or did it start out as a joke and he started taking it seriously? I don't know. The actual intelligence of Thor feels to vary.
Yeah, it's like, is he
a moron?
stupid? Yeah.
I'm confused. He shouldn't be this dumb.
Also, Thor's powers seem to be, like, more amped up in each one of these movies. Like, before, in Ragnarok, it's like, oh, he's so strong that he technically doesn't even need the hammer.
Yeah.
But in this, they do a good job of, like, showing him fighting without the hammer and with the hammer. I like, at the very beginning of the movie, he has, like, the Jean-Claude Van Damme split kick thing. I was like, what?
That was ridiculous.
It was ridiculous. Those things that they were fighting at the beginning of the movie, those weird bird people.
What the fuck that was?
Yeah. This movie has, like, a lot of craziness in it. It's pretty fun, honestly, for the most part. We get Korg just being there.
Yeah.
And Korg is just hilarious all the time.
We get a glimpse of what New Asgard's become. The last time we saw it, it was still decimated by the blip, and it was just this rinky-dink tiny fishing village. But now it's prospered into a rinky-dink tourist trap.
Yeah, you see all, like, the cruise ships there.
Oh my god, it's so funny, and I literally just came back from a vacation. I'm just like, oh my god, is there a Ripley's there?
It's weird, like, Valkyrie, she's King Valkyrie, and she's the leader of New Asgard. It was kind of weird because they show her taking, like, all these meetings and stuff, and it's kind of like...
It just seems like Thor just, like, tricked her.
Yeah.
Because it's like, being king of Asgard used to be something cool and awesome, but now it's just needless bureaucracy.
Yeah, it's like, hey, you have to, like, meet with, like, these other, like, world leaders because Asgard is, like, a weird city-state, I guess.
More or less, I suppose.
Yeah.
It's like she seemed so miserable. It was kind of funny.
Yeah.
Just that look of like, somebody kill me. Something happened. She seemed almost happy, like, oh, the universe and everyone's gonna die. I'm fucking there. Let's go. I need to do something. I need to kill something.
Yeah, I guess like main villain, Gore the God Butcher. He wants to kill all the gods because he prayed to a god and then finally met that god, and that god was like a freaking asshole. Plus his daughter died while he's like praying to the god. So that's not cool.
Nope.
And then I guess that god somehow killed the person that was originally wielding the Necro Sword. I guess because of Gore's rage about losing his daughter and seeing his god actually being an asshole made him worthy of holding the Necro Sword that just wants to kill all the gods.
I guess.
For reasons.
Because it's evil.
Yeah, it's
that's really it.
Or is it good? Because we saw a lot of those gods and they sucked.
Oh yeah, they do. They're all terrible.
Yeah.
Like Thor is like more like the exception.
Yeah. Also, is Thor even a real god? Because he doesn't have gold blood. Yeah, I'm just wondering.
I don't know. It's all inconsistent.
Yeah.
Maybe if somebody cut his head off, it would split out gold. Like maybe there's like a layer of like blood, but then beneath that, it's all just shiny shit.
Yeah.
Well, then again, I feel like Thor would bleed lightning.
Yeah.
I know they make a point to like, we need help. We're gonna go to, I forget what the hell they call it, but not Olympus.
Yeah,
to try to get the help of Zeus and all the other god people. And they're, like you said, they're all a bunch of assholes. Zeus, true to mythology, is the biggest one.
He really is. Russell Crowe plays Zeus. He does like a Greek accent, which is pretty fun. Like at first, wasn't expecting it, but then was like, yeah, of course. Like, why wouldn't Zeus sound like this?
Yeah, pretty
much.
He's
from Greece, so.
Well.
Well, they invented him.
Greece mythology and all that.
So, but yeah, that seems pretty fun. With man, I forgot what that god place is called. It really had like a name that.
Yeah, I don't know. It's Olympus. Fuck it.
Yeah, it pretty much is Olympus.
I don't know. They say something. Maybe I'll put it here.
Yeah.
Did I? Oh no, I didn't do it. Wait, there it is. There we go.
Something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like Diatia or something or whatever. I don't know.
We catch some glimpses of it. For some reason, he strips Thor naked by accident.
Yeah.
I did get a kick because like Zeus is kind of fat, and all like the girls with him are all just like, oh my goodness, and they see Thor.
I mean, damn, that guy works hard.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah,
he does. Thinking back, I forgot to bring this up at the beginning, but does Taika Waititi just hate the Warriors 3?
I don't know. I guess
because he killed them off all unceremoniously in Thor Ragnarok, and then he spit on their graves in this movie with the opening narration, which he is narrating because he is the voice of Korg.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, that guy, whatever the fuck that was.
Yeah. The Warriors 3, you know, so and so, and that guy.
And who's it?
Yeah.
What was that guy's name again? It's just shots of them dying.
Yeah.
It's so fucked up.
It is.
I think they're important characters in the Thor books too. And I think people that love those comics are probably still mad about that. And they're not that's not gonna sit well with them.
Well, they went to Valhalla.
We didn't see them there.
That's true.
And one of them, to be fair, one of them Shazam now.
That's right.
The second version of the guy with the blonde hair.
Right.
Because he got recast.
Huh.
But nobody noticed.
Yeah. It's weird. There's like quite a few like gods around when you see all the gods. Korg mentions like his weird Korg god that I forgot the name of, but it had like a silly name, and you see him
Santa
there.
beard.
Yeah.
There was some weird thing that looked like from a. What the hell was that thing?
I don't know.
It had like a video game eyes. That was weird.
There was the dumpling god.
So strange.
Yeah. I think one of the best things in this movie is like Korg just always referring to Thor as bro. Like, it's just like, you got it, bro. Like,
Well, they're best friends.
yeah, yeah, they are best friends.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny because like at the beginning of this movie, Thor's kind of like I don't need anybody. I'm just gonna be serene, meditating under this tree, and then when somebody needs me to like help, I will be ready. It's like so dramatic and like kind of like a teenager.
He probably still is pretty young by his standards.
Yeah.
They repeat that weird gag from the last movie of showing like a recreation of the previous movie's events with like Matt Damon and Chris Hemsworth's brother, and then they frickin' threw in what's her face.
Oh, yeah, it was Melissa McCarthy,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, and they had Sam Neill as Odin.
Yeah.
So weird.
It was pretty hilarious, honestly.
It was
like,
funny because it's so like they have like elementary school grade production value.
I love it. I love it that like Matt Damon is in a Marvel movie and it's just like a joke cameo that just keeps happening though.
They pop up a little later too, wanting to recreate recent traumatic events that literally just happened.
Yeah.
Because Gore the God Butcher attacks New Asgard, and then I guess maybe to lure Thor out in hopes, and then when things don't go his way, he just kidnaps all the children
Yeah.
and retreats.
Yeah. It's just he goes to the Shadow Realm.
Yeah.
And like literally when I heard Shadow Realm, like you probably didn't play this, but I remember when I was a kid, Yu-Gi-Oh! It was always like, if you lose this card game, I'll banish you to the Shadow Realm. That was a weird show.
I'll take your word for it.
Yeah. But yeah, he steals kids to lure Thor to the Shadow Realm, and we get like a part of the movie that's like completely in black and white, at least mostly in black and white. It's
Like very, very subdued color.
yeah.
Should we mention that one of the kids taken is Heimdall's son?
Yeah.
Heimdall had a family, apparently.
Yeah.
All that character development he had off screen.
Yeah, he was just brutally murdered by Thanos and had a family.
Mostly off screen.
Yeah.
Like, he was half dead when we started Infinity War.
Yeah.
And then got all dead.
That's very true.
And then he shows up in one of the post-credit scenes. Dead. Still.
He is dead still, yeah.
Yes, still dead.
But yeah, you know, it was interesting the like monochrome stuff they did. Honestly, like it was kind of unusual to see something like that in an MCU movie. I feel like they maybe could have done a little bit more with like the shadow effects, but you know, for the most part, it looked pretty cool. You know, not as stylized as something like Sin City, but
No.
it was kind of neat to see that. Gore the God Butcher is like weird. I don't know if like he's like one of the great MCU villains. It's like
No.
his motivation is like you get it, but
Yeah,
like his
solid motivation.
like personality is like weird and inconsistent because like he's kind of like goofy, like when he's like talking to the kids and stuff, and
Yeah, we don't get a lot of him to really get an idea of what his personality is, because it is all over the place.
yeah, he doesn't really have any like good memorable lines either.
No.
It's like more or less he's just like, hey, it's like a guy for Thor to fight. He has a sword.
And Christian Bale gets a pretty sweet paycheck and
Yeah.
gets to impress his kids. Daddy was in a Marvel movie.
There you go. That's the bad guy.
Well, Chris, you either die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
That's true.
It's happened to 2 Batmans already,
Oh yeah, I guess so. Huh?
which means a few years from now, Ben Affleck's going to be a one-off Marvel villain.
Man, that would be insane.
Who's he playing?
Man, I don't know. Ben Affleck as a bad guy in a Marvel thing. I guess there are plenty of X-Men villains he could be whenever they bring in the X-Men.
True.
Who knows? Though Ben Affleck's just like, no, I'm Doctor Doom. That would be weird.
That would be a little weird. That's too long-term of a role. I feel like he'd be more of a one-and-done one.
Mole Man.
Why not? You know what? Because Old Man's such a goofy character. Why not let Ben Affleck chew the scenery a bit? Let him have some fun.
Yeah.
I've seen Ben Affleck look like having fun in like those old Kevin Smith movies and stuff. Just go nuts. Go to town.
Small Man or Mojo.
I don't think you're getting him in any crazy makeup.
It would be mostly CGI at this point.
This is true.
The helmets are CGI.
This is also true. Though I think Christian Bale was makeup probably enhanced with CGI.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, he wasn't like too like crazy looking, honestly.
They downplayed him from the comics where he looks like a weird Voldemort thing with like tentacles.
Okay.
Very different looking. I saw a lot of people complaining.
Yeah. You know, one thing I noticed too, which was kind of odd, but maybe it was just me, is this is going back, but when Zeus catches Thor, and Thor is tied up with, you know, let's just call it Zeus's god ropes.
There were lightning ropes.
Yeah, he breaks the lightning ropes off and is using them as like whips, like
Sure.
God of War.
Why not?
And I was just like, huh, it's like a Greek thing. And then Thor's doing God of War stuff, wearing a toga all of a sudden. Weird.
That's probably not a coincidence,
Yeah.
Chris. Someone was probably a fan.
Yeah. In some ways, I was just like, oh man, he's gonna like tie like one of his hammers around, like start whipping it around. But yeah,
He does throw Zeus's lightning bolt back at him, gets him right in the chest, seemingly kills him.
yeah,
Then we find out later, no, he's still alive, and he's pissed.
of course,
And he's calling on his son Hercules
yeah.
to go beat up Thor in a future movie.
Which I'm like, I'm okay with that. I'm like, okay, like,
Thor
Yeah.
5, still alive.
yeah. You know, they do some things like we mentioned. They kill Jane, which is pretty surprising, especially since at the end of the movie they pretty much have like a wish granting MacGuffin in like eternity, where it's like if you find eternity, you can get whatever you want. But then like Gore the God Butcher is just like, I just want my daughter back.
Well, they encourage him because his plan is to wish all the gods dead.
Yeah,
But Thor convinces him, is like, just bring your daughter back.
yeah.
That's the thing you want more than anything.
Yeah, it's interesting too, because like Thor even says like to him like, okay, you won, man, but like choose love instead of like what you're gonna do.
And if you
Like,
do what you're gonna do, I'm gonna be with her
yeah,
for as long as I can.
yeah,
But they have that moment where he's just like, but if I'm dying, she'll be alone. And Jane's just like, she won't be. And basically, Thor ends this movie as an adopted father.
yeah,
Though she calls him Uncle Thor.
yeah, which makes sense, you know.
She's got a real dad.
Yeah,
Well, he's dead, but still.
yeah,
And he killed a lot of people.
yeah, and Thor is seemingly training this little girl to be like the next like hero or whatever, and
Yeah, it's
the
just,
movie
just
has
bonding
like,
time.
yeah, the movie kind of has like a cute ending where it's just like, and they were known as Love and Thunder. And I'm like, oh, I get it.
So that was the point of the title.
Yeah,
And here I thought it was just more of going to be a love story between Thor and Jane, which it is,
yeah.
but it's a tragic love story because she died. They actually killed her.
Can I emphasize more? She dies of cancer.
I mean, look, she gets a happy ending. The second post-credit scene is her arriving in Valhalla and being greeted by, what's his name, Heimdall.
Yeah,
And, you know,
Idris Elba, aka Knuckles, who does not chuckle once in the Sonic movie. Actually, I think he does. Damn it.
towards the end, yes.
Yes.
Aren't you tired of being wrong?
I am, but I just can't help my nature.
Fair enough. I mean, back to the movie.
Yeah.
The Jane Foster dying of cancer thing, the hammer nullifying any effects of chemotherapy, like that was a good story, just in concept. And I was like, will they actually do that? Because it's like they just introduced this new female hero.
Yeah.
Now she's already dead. Because
Yeah.
probably can't get Natalie Portman for too many movies because I don't think she wants to do this stuff.
I mean, which is fair, you know. Sometimes, like, you know, some things need to end.
I'm glad they did it.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, because she's in Valhalla, they could always crack it open and she rides out as a Valkyrie like in the comics.
Yeah.
But yeah, don't do that. Let that death mean something.
Yeah, I like how this movie is mostly self-contained to like all the Thor stuff. I mean, it does have the Guardians of the Galaxy at the very beginning,
Yes.
but like from there on, it's just like all Thor stuff, all Thor's world, even.
Yeah, the Guardians, they peace out almost immediately.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, some stuff is happening, craziness everywhere. All right, see you, Thor. Bye.
Yeah, take your weird screaming goats with you.
Get the fuck off my ship.
Those goats are so weird in this movie. I think the funniest thing is when they just like crash into that little planet.
That was so weird.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But
what a weird movie.
It is a weird movie. It was a good movie.
How is there 4 Thor movies?
I don't know. There potentially will be 5 Thor movies.
It seems to be. Chris Hemsworth doesn't seem to want to go anywhere yet.
I mean, hey, maybe he's just like, I'm gonna be in more movies than Robert Downey Jr.
And I think maybe he also wants to play the character for more years than Hugh Jackman played Wolverine. So there's some Australian bad blood here now.
Oh man.
There's some Australian competitiveness.
Man, you better watch out.
It's like, oh.
Hugh Jackman's gonna just be like, crikey, I gotta get me another X-Men movie.
Well, I think all you'd have to do is like, it's like, Mr. Feige, it's like, what? There's someone here to see you? I'm too busy. You're gonna want to take this meeting. And Hugh Jackman walks in, just sits down, and be like,
oh wait, I want to be Wolverine. That's like, probably not how he talks in real life.
No, he comes in, he's wearing the jacket and everything. Yeah. It's like, so we doing this? And then Kevin Feige's like, cancel all my appointments. All right, we'll figure something out. Let's go. Let's face it, if he wanted to do it again, they would do something multiverse.
I feel like there's a 50% chance of him showing up in Deadpool 3.
I mean, Ryan Reynolds has been badgering that man for like 5 or 6 years.
Yeah, I'm going to give it a 50% chance. Deadpool 3, Wolverine.
It's definitely on the lower end, because Logan was too good of an ending.
It was.
Like, you can't follow that.
Yeah.
I mean, sure, Patrick Stewart decided to follow it by dying again.
That's true.
But
man, yeah, I don't know, but for post-credit scenes going, at least this alludes to like another Thor movie, so it's like, okay, cool.
Yeah, that was completely self-contained to whatever's going on with Thor.
Yeah, because I think as like this goes on, like I'm kind of becoming more and more like disenchanted by the larger MCU. So when they like hint at something like more beyond like the movie involving like the other movies, I'm just like,
It is getting so cluttered to the point where it's just like, I don't really care enough about this character's adventures. Can I just sidestep it and just watch these other characters that I like over here?
Yeah, which is fine, I guess it's like because you get so many of these, it's just so hard to get excited about it, because it's like there's a Marvel thing like almost every month now.
I mean, there's literally a show that's ending again, and then another one's gonna start like next month.
Wow, yeah, this is like literally like a 3rd Marvel TV show this year too.
Well, they're on the 2nd of this year, and there's gonna be the 3rd one with She-Hulk.
Yeah.
And then Black Panther comes out later this year.
Too many.
And then there's probably like 500 stuff next year.
Yeah.
It's kind of just like, you just look at that, because I know they got that Comic-Con presentation. Are they going to show another graphic of like the next 2 years? And I'm just going to look at it and be all like, I have a headache.
All I care about is Blade. I'm not going to lie. Like, I'm sure I will watch a good majority of the movies, but when it comes to TV shows, I'm like, I don't know, like anymore.
It really depends. Like, I'm there for the Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special and Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
Yeah.
I'm 100% there for those. I'm intrigued by the possibility of She-Hulk because I think that could be fun.
Yeah.
I'm there for Echo because Daredevil's in it.
Yeah, as am I, because Daredevil.
Hell yeah. And they are doing a Daredevil thing, and I'm definitely going to watch that.
Yeah.
I'll watch Blade. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
I guess I'll watch Thor 5 if it comes out.
Yeah. It's like, I'm there for most of the street level stuff, and then...
Yeah, I care more about the street level stuff. Captain America 4 just got a director.
Yeah, we'll see what that's going to be like, but that
He's going to fly in the sky and throw his shield at a guy who may or may not have superpowers.
Yeah.
That's it.
I don't know what other Captain America villains there are.
They'll find one.
Yeah.
Or they'll take, you know what? Does Iron Man have any villains left? He's dead.
Craig Gargoyle. Let's do it.
Finally!
The lamest Iron Man villain.
I'm sure there's some villain that they haven't used and wasted yet.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Who knows? But
Maybe they'll bring Zemo back. Who the fuck knows?
yeah, I guess that's true.
I'm out of jail again, and I'm evil now.
And I'm gonna
Eviler.
do my little dance that everybody loves.
I think everybody forgot about that.
Yeah, I didn't.
I did.
Well, any other thoughts on Thor?
Not really.
Yeah,
I mean, if you saw Ragnarok, it's a lot of like that.
yeah.
Very wacky, very irreverent. Has a couple of poignant moments, and they fucking killed her.
They did.
Let's see if it sticks.
Yeah, I guess we'll see. So that's the Out of Touch podcast for this week. Good night, everybody.